the Prophet of Thought series. Open your mind.
Welcome back to the Prophet of Thought series. I'm your host, X, of course. We got a good show for y'all tonight. Boy, we got a good show for y'all tonight. Brother Hassan Campbell will be on here tonight, live and direct. I've been corresponding with the brother. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but the brother, he was one of the brothers that has been very outspoken, talking about the Afrika Bambaataa situation. I'm not going to say too much because I want to let him tell his own story. I don't want to ad-lib to it or none of that. So I'm going to let the brother tell his own story. It's a story of children, a child being taken advantage of and abused and molested. I mean, y'all know that we talk about this stuff here on the Prophet Thought series because we believe it's very important. You know, a lot of our children get molested to the tune of 60 to 80%, somewhere in there. I don't know the exact figures. Don't quote me on that, but 1% is too damn many. So we have to address these things. And like I said, those of you who follow the Prophet of Thought series, y'all know that we talk about this kind of stuff all the time. And I mean, it's a shame, man. It's a pitiful shame. It's a horrible shame. This stuff shouldn't happen. All right? It just shouldn't freaking happen. It shouldn't happen. And so many young children go through this stuff. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And oftentimes when we do hear about it, we usually hear about the young girls. Okay, it's not that often that we hear about the young men, even though we know, okay, we know that it takes place. And I would imagine, I don't know, but I would imagine that it's very, very tough. Okay, and you got to have a lot of courage, you know, to talk about it. And I mean, I have a lot of respect for this brother. I have told him that in our correspondences. I mean, like I said, I got a good show for y'all tonight. Brother Hassan Campbell is coming on here live, and he's going to have the floor, and it's going to be a good show. So just, hang in there with us, and we're gonna give y'all something to think about because that's what we do here. You know, the theme here is open your mind. Of course, Teacher Tanisha, she'll be in here later on as well. It's going to be a good show. So let me stop running my mouth and give y'all a call-in number. It's 1-888-539-0161. That's 1-888-539-0161. You can call in. You can ask me questions. I've already told Brother Campbell is already well aware that it's going to be a call-in show. I mean, it was on the flyer and there's the video that I did. So he's going to come on here. Like I said, I'm going to give him the floor, and we're going to talk about this. I mean, so often, we have discussed these types of things on our platform. We actually have a member of our team. And like I said, those of you who follow the Prophet of Thought series, y'all know that we have a group member, and she spoke of this very thing. It was about a 2-hour show, and she was a female. So So tonight we actually get a chance to listen to it from a male's perspective and see what they went through and, you know, everything that's connected to it and the stigmas, the stigmas that's connected to it, everything like that, man. We're gonna talk about it tonight. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell y'all too much because I'm gonna let the brother get on here and I'm gonna let him talk to y'all about it. So what I do want to do is I want to talk to y'all about some of the things we got going on while I'm waiting for Brother Campbell to come on. I want to talk to y'all about some of the new things we're doing. Those of you who have been on the site, you've looked, you see there's a new video up there, and everybody's been writing me talking about, oh man, when was the stream? Actually, that's an older tape session that I did, you know, a while back. That was never on. Well, we did it on YouTube, but we took it down and we kept it and we held on to it. I mean, I got a lot of episodes that I'm going to be sharing with y'all. So this is a new thing that I'm doing because y'all know this is the Prophet of Thought series. So that's just another series of things that we're doing. I have about, I don't know, I think 3 or 4 of them. Some of them have video, some of them don't. I also got some other ones I'm going to upload because I have some shows where I was on other people's platform. So I'm going to be uploading those as well. All of that is called, that's the XTube series, so, that's XTube. Y'all can see that. Y'all can see those. Y'all can see those shows, y'all can see those shows. And not only that, we have something else coming out too. I don't really want to spill the beans on that, but we have another reading coming out as well. So stick with us, man. We're going to be doing some things up here at the old Prophet of Thought series. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I was getting good conversation on see, I came out of the blue with that, talking about the new stream. I've been getting a lot of good reviews, man. A lot of people act like, they thought I did it today or something. They thought I did it today or last night or something like that. But it's those are pre-recorded. I have quite a few of them that I'm going to put up. So quite a few I'm going to put up. Yeah, I messed around and got my wires crossed with Brother Hassan Campbell. Told me to hit him up an hour before the show. That would have been like 7:15. It's 8:17 now. So I don't know what happened. He probably like, man, this dude bullshitting. And I didn't come in here. I didn't even think to come in here and check Facebook, to be honest. I didn't even think about to come check it. So I didn't. So I'll just run my mouth till somebody comes on. I was, y'all know I was in New York like a week or 2 ago, and always every time I talk to y'all, I kind of talk to y'all about what's going on in New York and shit and what I was doing and that, and while I was there, I was actually able to take some time, man, and I actually went to the beach. That was the first time I've been to the beach in New York, and I don't know how long. I went to the beach. Down there, I recorded a little bit. I'm gonna put that video up too, so y'all will see that eventually. What else? Make sure everything is right, y'all. I'm trying to get these levels right. Know what time the brother's coming on exactly. There goes somebody else on the board. Oh, I know that's you. I recognize your number. Hey. Hello? Doc, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Well, you had me worried there. Do that because
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy, here we go already. Before I could even get my guest out, we got technical. Everything was working good.
Yeah, I had put myself on mute because I'm eating. I didn't want any smacking on the food there.
Well, this is what's going on now. I was telling everybody that, Brother Campbell, he had wrote me on Facebook, and I don't really check the Facebook, like that. I mean, and I was in and out of here all day, and he had wrote me like 11:45. Let me see. Yeah, he wrote me 11:45 this morning, and he told me to hit him up an hour before the show. But I'm just now checking all this stuff. I'm just now checking my emails and all that stuff because I've been like going all day. I just got back here at like 7 in time to do the show. So, I mean, I wrote him and I told him, if he wants to, he can come on at 9 or whatever. So, me, I just been running my mouth. So, process. That's kind of what I do. I just, if the act don't show up, I just go ahead and entertain the crowd myself. I don't know.
Hey, nothing wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what else to do. So I just started running my damn mouth, which I'm pretty good at doing. Okay, he's writing me now. Hold on, y'all. He's writing me now. Let me see what we talk about.
Cool.
This is going to be a good show, y'all. I can't miss this. He's writing me back, y'all. Just hang in there. I'm trying to get the show on the road. Okay. All right. He said he's going to come on at 9, y'all. So y'all are stuck with me for the next half hour.
No problem.
Half hour. Yeah, he's going to come at 9. All right. Well, being that my guest ain't showing up for another like 30-something minutes, I want to let y'all know because I saw a lot of y'all wrote me, man. I got people even wrote by email. It was like, yo, X, man, what did you do? When did you do this live stream? I just want to let y'all know that is an older live stream, y'all. I didn't do it today. I didn't do it last night. It was a while ago. Like, I think it was like
a year.
Yeah, it's been like a year. So, a lot of people write me, and see, my sister wrote me, she emailed me, oh, why didn't you tell me you did it, But, no, that's old stuff, y'all.
Yeah, I figured it out at the end.
Yeah, and you wrote me. That was funny. You crazy, child. I read what you wrote. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, really? Some recent shit. Yeah. And what it is, I was telling everybody earlier that this is a new something that, that we got going on. Because y'all know this is the Prophet of Thought series. So we do a lot, we do a lot of stuff. We do series of things. And this is something, because I got quite a few of these. I think 5 or 6 of these that we've never put up. Okay, so we're gonna be putting those up. And we also have a few, I think we have 3 or 4 live streams where I was guest on other people's show. So we're going to be putting those up too. That's all going to be part of the X2 series. It's just going to be all, like live streams that we did, and times when I was guest on other show and stuff like that. All that stuff is going to be up there. That's what y'all going to see. It's just a new series. Y'all know that's how we do things. We always coming up with new shit to just mix it up a little bit. I know y'all been liking the Dark Exoduses, so I'm gonna continue to make those because I get good reviews on those. But this is something new that I'm just trying out. A new series, those of you who follow the Prophet of Thought series, y'all know we always mix it up. So that's pretty much what we're doing at this point, just mix it. That's all. Y'all be on the lookout though, because I got something new coming out with Teacher Tanisha, something a little different with her. We doing something a little different with Teach, so look out for that too. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is. Y'all just gonna see it when it come out. So I got some of that going on as well. So look out for some new good stuff. More T.P.O.T media, because y'all know once it gets to be September, October, that's kind of when we start swinging in gear a little bit. We start doing a little bit more things. So just be on the lookout for that. Our fan base is building. People are listening to our radio show more. which is magnificent, especially online. That is definitely good, you know.
Cool.
And hey, I've been getting it. It's been all right. You know, I told you I had people have been writing me, y'all. I appreciate that. All my listeners that listen to me, you know, online, because I have a few listeners that are in Spain. I have listeners that are in the UK. I appreciate y'all. You know, brothers in Spain, UK. I don't know if y'all brothers or sisters, but you know, I know y'all listen because I can see it on the thing. But you know, I'm just saying. You know, I actually got a couple listeners in Charlotte as well. Cause see, I got the line through that goes to radio.fm.com. So I can tell where my listeners are from and all that shit. You know, the area, the location. I can't tell you their address, but you know, I can tell you that they're in Spain, Charlotte, you know, New York. I can see all that up on the board. So I appreciate the hell out of y'all. And I just want to mention y'all. I don't want y'all to think I forgot about y'all. Just that, you know, it'd be crazy. And I just want to let y'all know that I appreciate y'all listening to my stuff, you know, and watching my videos and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate y'all. I do. As y'all know, we have been doing more frequent radio shows. I don't know if y'all noticed that about us lately, but we have been doing more frequent shows. Next week, I think I'm going to have a really controversial guest. I'm not going to mention who it is because I'm still working on it. And I'm going to, when y'all know, I always put a promo up. So I'm going to put a promo up and then y'all will know who the guest is. This guest is kind of controversial right now, but, yeah, I'm going to have him on. You know, I'm going to interview him. I'm going to ask him questions. All that shit. So stay tuned for that, y'all. Stay tuned for that. But let me talk a little bit about the topic. The topic is, like I was saying earlier, something that we often talk about here at T.P.O.T. Y'all know that. If y'all watch our videos and stuff, y'all know we frequently talk about this stuff, man. We frequently talk about child molestation and things of that nature because I don't think as a people we give this enough credence or credit. I think it has a lot to do with what goes on with us. It may not be everything, but you know, when you're talking 60%, 80% of any group of people, something happening to, those are big numbers. And in some cases, man, it's like 60%, and whatever way you want to quantify it, whether it be like in the more urban city settings or the mountainous regions of Appalachia or wherever. I mean, you're talking 60%, possibly 80% of black children have been molested by the time they're 16. I mean, 1% is too damn many. So, I mean, this is an epidemic. That's what you would call an epidemic, because if 60% of young black kids had the flu, we would consider that an epidemic, right? They had the flu or the pneumonia. If it was 20%, we think it was an epidemic. 30%, 50%. But we don't think this is an epidemic when we got 60, 70, 80% of our children, man, being molested. We don't think that that's an epidemic. I mean, what the hell is wrong with us? Where we ain't trying to, you know, treat that the way we would treat the flu or the pneumonia. If 60% of our children had it, I mean, we kind of mum on this kind of stuff, and that's what I don't understand. Because I was talking earlier about Nora P. Nora P., who y'all know now is part of T.P.O.T. She told a compelling tale about, you know, being molested. And when you do hear it within black society, that's what you usually hear about. You usually hear about the females who it happened to, the young girls, the young women that it happens to. It's not that often that you hear it happening to a man. When it happens to a young man, they're usually they're usually more apt to not say anything because, they don't want people to think they're gay. And, I don't know. But I know it has to be different with a man. You know what I'm saying? It has to be different with a man. A man is definitely going to respond to that differently in most cases. So, I mean, that's why I want the brother on, because we have talked about this. I know y'all seen my videos on this where I talk about this. I think this giving a pedophile a pass. I've spoke about this. I also spoke about this in one of my other videos. I've spoke about this probably about 3-4 times because it's important, man. It's very important. Very important. Hold on, y'all. Somebody writing me through the feed. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, so I just think that I have to talk about this more, man, and we have to put the creeps that do this shit on blast more. We have to do it. We can't just pass it by, act like it's nothing. We can't do that. We can't do that. We have to try to stop it. We have to try to make it so our kids don't go through this shit, so they don't grow up with their damn mentality all skewed and screwed up. I don't know why. Well, I have an idea. I don't know for sure, but I have an idea why we don't do more to stomp this out. I don't know why we don't do more to stomp this out, because I guess we got this thing with us where we don't want to talk the family's business type thing, and this shit here ain't family and this shit ain't business. Okay? So it doesn't qualify. We need to talk about it more. We need to protect our kids more, and we need to work on trying to decapitate the dudes who do this shit to kids more. All of that we need to do more. Okay? We need to do more. Just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. People are telling me that they're clicking the link, and yeah, but I got listeners that's already hooked up. I can see them. I'm sorry, y'all. They didn't write me now. They wasn't writing me before the show. Now everybody right. Damn, I got all these followers that's always late. Bam. Oh, we can't hear. I've been on here for an hour, and then you just I've been here since like a quarter to 8. Yeah, man. Now they checking in. Oh, let me see if he's really on. Yeah, I am. I really am. I was on 8 o'clock, testing my music, playing some stuff, running my damn mouth, of course, what I'm pretty good at. So then we could have did all that. Now they want to keep writing me. Distracting me. I'm going to do a show here, even though my guest ain't coming for another 20-something minutes. But, yeah. Talking about this, man, because, I just don't think we give this shit enough attention. We need to shine a light on this shit, man, and flush out the people, flush out the perpetrators. Got to flush these people out. We have to flush them out. We have to flush them out. Flush them out of our environment, out of our neighborhoods, and even out of our families if necessary. Have to do it, man. We can't continue to give them a pass. We can't. We got to flush them out, get them out. Hopefully they make it out of there alive. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they make it out of there alive. Real. We got to crush it, man. That's where it's got to start. Got to start educating our children. We got to start, giving our children the tools to see this, and we need the tools to see it too. Okay? We got to empower these little kids, man, and let them know that this shit ain't right. that it ain't fair. You gotta let them know that's not right, because if they go into it that way, at the very least, they know that they have your back where you can come and tell them, something's wrong, something's going on. And you'll have the capacity to believe them because you have taught them how to recognize this. You have taught them how to know that this is wrong, that this is not right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we gotta do more of that, man. That's the kind of shit I want to hear people talking about. I'm so sick of people. See, I done got mad. See, I was gonna try not to get mad. I'm gonna try not to get mad. But see, we don't talk about this shit enough, y'all. Okay? We don't talk about this shit now. We don't. You know why? Because we are too preoccupied with other nonsense. All right? We don't talk about the stuff that's going to save our children. We don't talk about the stuff. I didn't even answer that. We don't talk about the stuff that will matter. We don't talk about the stuff that'll change things in the future. We don't talk about the stuff that is going to fix some stuff. We don't talk about that stuff. We talk about all the other shit a lot, and that's a lot of people. I could count the number of brothers on, maybe two hands, a hand and a half, that actually get up and talk about real shit that's really going to matter and really going to change stuff. We don't talk about that kind of stuff because we ain't even, a lot of times, man, all we want to do is entertain people. We don't want to enlighten people because people don't want to be enlightened. I was talking about it earlier. I was like, man, a lot of times people, they don't want to learn about nothing, man. When they learn by accident. A lot of times people learn by freaking accident. They go to look at something, they looking to be freaking entertained. They looking to be freaking, you know what I'm saying? They looking to be deep assholes. They looking to be impressed. They ain't looking to learn jack. If they learn something, a lot of times, I'm not talking about everybody. So I don't want y'all to get mad with me. Well, actually, I don't even care. Because if y'all done followed me, y'all already know how I talk. So a lot of times, people who follow you and listen to your shit, they ain't really listening they ain't listening to be enlightened or learn anything or sit back and be like, think about it. They're not listening for that. They're listening because they want entertainment. They're so easily entertained. If they learn something, it's on the, it's on the low. It's on the slide. I mean, it's just crazy. Now they're trying to tell me that they don't hear anything. But I am broadcasting. Don't know what they're talking about. Oh boy. They don't hear, but the other people are linked up. Too fainted. Yeah, you gotta hit start listening.
They can't hear on radio, yo.
Yeah, but they have to hit start listening. They can't just go on there. You gotta hit the thing that says listen. To listen.
Right. I'm gonna pull it up and see if I can hear it.
I got people hooked in. I see them do my thing. Somebody hooked up. Quite a few people hooked up. I can see them. Get y'all straight. I might have to call in. I have to burn up some of them minutes. All right, I'm worth it. I'm worth your minutes, girl. Minutes. Worth your minutes. Yeah, 'cause it's women. That's right. And they go, if we can't hear, the brothers, they got their shit hooked and they straight. Goddamn women, we can't hear. Here we go with this nonsense.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Right.
Yeah, I hit it again, on air. I hit it again. Got me another window, and then I pressed it, and it's up.
You can hear
But originally it didn't. Right. Originally it did. So when I hit it a second time to start listening, got a window and it asked me to allow.
Okay.
And then it says call connected, and then I heard us.
Oh, you had to hit. I know you got to hit start listening. And okay.
And for Google Chrome, it's going to ask you, do you want to allow or block the microphone? And you say allow, and then you came up on air. But originally, I didn't get that message.
Well, you know it's ghetto even on y'all end. It ain't just on this end. Well, we give you ghetto on your end too. we don't mind sharing it here at old T.P.O.T. We will share the ghetto as much as possible. As much as possible.
That's called keeping it real.
Well, trust me. We even send some of this old ghetto nonsense down to you. Write me down on Facebook. Oh, I'm going to try it again. Okay. You know it's girls, y'all. Oh, it is. Dudes is not writing me. It's girls. Ooh,
yeah, just try it again, because I just tried again. I heard the little sound, and I came right in.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling them. Hit the buttons. They want to listen. Yeah, they want to listen. They only listen because they know I got listeners in other countries. They jealous. I'm like, oh God, they're listening to them. Let me listen. They just thought I just had them. They'd stiff me. You know, they'd stiff me. No, I'm not listening through him. But they know I got listeners in other places. So, you know, they don't want to be left out. They don't want me to be able to say, fuck them out. I got people in Spain listening to me, and you right here, and you don't? You know what I'm saying? I got people from the other side of the world listening. Shoot, you live in the same. I live in it, but you don't listen to my stuff. Exactly.
Not even right. Not even right.
Oh, that's the only reason why they want to listen. No? Know why? I know why the ladies want to listen, though. They won't tell me, but I know why they listen. I know why y'all got y'all number. But it's all right. Whatever gets you here. Whatever gets you here, I'll just work with it. I will. I just work with it. Because like I said, y'all know it's just women writing me talking about they can't just do it or whatever. Like, the only ones complaining. Normal. As normal. The brothers ain't saying nothing. They just listening, and that's it. The women, oh, we can't get it. It won't work. Hey, Jack, I ain't lying. I wish this wasn't radio. I wish I would screenshot it to y'all and show y'all. You know, I'll screenshot me like, see, look, it's all freaking females that can't do it. Crying. Oh, it won't work. Oh, it's them. Yeah, but now that we got that little snafu out the way, we know everything's working. It's not our ghetto system, it's them. Yeah, I wanna talk about this stuff tonight because I've been watching Brother Campbell's stuff, you know, for a while, like pretty much ever since he came out, even though I just did subscribe to his shit a little while ago. But I mean, he tells a compelling story, y'all. He does. And you know, I didn't say too much, even when I came on in the beginning. I didn't say a lot, you know, because I want him to tell a story. I didn't say too much at all. I just gave a little overview about what's going on. That's all I did. I gave a little overview about what's going on, and you know, I'm gonna let him tell his story. Because when he comes, y'all know how I do. I give my guest the floor. So he's another guest I'm honored to have on. I'm going to give him the floor. Y'all can't call in. He knows it's a call-in show. So as always, you know, y'all can somebody go freaking write me again. It's not us. It's you. Yeah, because you know everybody's so used to my stuff being ghetto. It's got to be something I'm doing wrong. What up, T-Rex? Yeah, you know.
Yeah, just got to hit it twice. That's all. Refresh, reboot.
Yep. No. It's me. Know myself ghetto. Myself ghetto, so you know something. Like, oh, and shit done cut off again. So they put that again in there. Again. That's what it is. It'd probably be better. It'd be better to go. Let me tell them. It'd be better to do it on your laptop. It's probably a little different on the phone, man. I keep telling them quit trying to do it on that. Unless they got the what you call it, what apps? Especially they got like an Android. Hard time.
Yeah, it's better on the computer.
Yeah, my man was trying to do it on his Android and it wouldn't load and all some kind of nonsense. Y'all know once it gets to be like October, y'all know we mix it up here at the old T.P.O.T media joint. I will try to keep y'all fresh with some fresh stuff because we don't want y'all to quit us. You know, we don't want y'all to quit us. Try to keep hitting y'all with some new things, you know. Some new things, you know. We keep bringing some mind-opening content, though. We do that. Mind-opening content, you know, because we, like I said, we want to keep y'all, you know, we want to keep y'all entertained. As always, you know, we do a lot of stuff that I know people may not like to hear, but one thing they can't do is they can't deny it because it's true and it's experience and it's things designed to open your mind up, man, and hopefully you get something out of it. You know, hopefully you take these things that I say and don't take them too seriously. But what I do want y'all to do, I want y'all to understand that I do this for one reason, to get you to open your damn minds. I don't expect you to think like me. I don't expect you to think like the members of my team. I can't say this enough. I don't expect you to think like us. I don't expect you to think like the members of our team. I don't expect you to think along with my videos or none of that. I just expect your black ass to think, period. That's it. That's all I want you to do. That's all I want y'all to do. That's it. No, just think. We had more thinkers and less feelers. We would have a lot of things going on, man, with us as a people. And not only would we have a lot of things going on with our people, we'd be a better off people if we didn't have so much nonsense, you know, mixed up in the mix of our lives and, you know, in our children's lives. And, you know, it would just be different. You know, we waste a lot of time on nonsense, man. We just do. You know, we waste a lot of time on nonsense and BS. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing. We waste so much time on that kind of stuff, man. And it's real stuff going on. Okay, it's real stuff going on that we could be investing some of that time in. You know, instead of investing the time in a bunch of old BS that doesn't freaking benefit anybody. You know, it doesn't benefit anybody. It really doesn't. I was talking to my lady today, and I was telling her, I said, I mean, we seem to think sometimes that social media is socializing, okay? And it's not. Social media is not socializing, y'all. It's really not. I mean, if as many people who are into media and like media, I think that it would be better if there were more people creating it. And what I mean to say when I say that is as much media as people take in, they should create media. If media has gotten into the point where it's so serious that they can't live without it, they should be creators of media. Because, see, if there were more creators of media, there would be more creativity out there. And what that would do is raise the bar because everybody would be doing it. I think that a lot of times people who like media, which is nothing wrong with liking media, but I think that a lot of times with media, we should have more creativity as opposed to consumption. There should be more creation as opposed to consumption. I think that would make things better, you know, as far as media goes, because everybody who loves media would be making media. So the bar would be really, really high. Your stuff would have to be really, really good to compete because every single person that likes media also creates it. Now, you see that kind of stuff, you know, in like YouTube and everything else. Everybody create their profiles and some people got channels, and some people don't, and some people got elaborate channels, some people got BS channels. So you kind of have that, all right? But hold on, y'all. Y'all just got one of my long lectures because Brother Campbell just broke me. Yeah, he should be calling in any minute, y'all. Put him back. Let him know. He said he's ready to come up on here, so. Ready to come up on here. Send him the number in the link, so I would just sit and listen to this. Like, listen to this dude just talking shit, goddammit. We do it here, but it's a serious show, and my main thing is, I would like for us to not only just think, I would like us to think about our lives. I would like us to think about our lives. I would like us to think about our children's lives. These are the things I would like us to spend more time thinking about. I think we'd be better off if we spent more time doing that. That's just my opinion. Hold on, y'all. Someone else just popped up on the board. Let me see. This might be Brother Campbell.
Yes, it is.
Peace. You're on the air with the prophetofth series. What's up, Brother Campbell? How are you, brother?
Peace. I'm good. Very good.
Yeah, man. I was just running my mouth, till you got on, something that I often do here. So, I've pretty much been talking about I've been talking about child molestation and child predators and everything else, but I haven't given people too much synapses on your story because I'm about to tell it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut my mouth and I'm going to let you tell people who you are and, just tell your story, brother. That's it. I'll get out the way. The floor is yours, sir.
Okay, well, I'm from Bronx River Projects, born and raised, also a member of the Zulu Nation, also a victim of Afrika Bambaataa, who was the head of the Zulu Nation and the godfather of rap music, hip-hop, as we know today. He's one of the founders who started hip-hop out in the Bronx, someone that pretty much brought the elements of hip-hop together and marched as an activist in the community and at the same time molested damn near half the world. I can't even say the Bronx. He's been all over the world molesting children. So I pretty much came out to put Afrika Bambaataa on the spot after some time, at 40 years old. He molested me from my early ages of preteen, 12, 13 years old, for some years or whatever the case may be. But when I finally came out to expose Afrika Bambaataa, it pretty much was not because I wanted the world to know my story, but because I seen he was still doing it, and I couldn't live with the fact that he was actually still molesting children. And some of the events that happened that made me say, you know what, this has got to stop, is because he got stabbed by a young guy that he molested, he assaulted while he was sleeping. Supposedly he gave the guy a date rape drug, and the kid woke up with a finger in his behind and Afrika Bambaataa giving him oral sex. So Bam got stabbed. A group of us went to the hospital. We went to the hospital, and when we went to the hospital, we pretty much it was like damn near 150, 200 people outside. That's how many people that was there to see what was going on with Afrika Bambaataa. And that night we didn't really get the full story, even though I got somewhat of the story. And I knew from that point in time, when I seen certain people and the body language that they gave me, and we corresponded with each other, I kind of knew what time it was. But it wasn't until when I went to Afrika Bambaataa's house when he got out the hospital that I got the picture of the young boy and I got the full scenario of what went down. And me going outside of his house and talking to one of my other Zulu brothers is where I pretty much found out that he also got locked up in Brazil for molesting a young boy that was under the age of 14. So I had to live with that and battle myself with that. And me being the person that I am, I couldn't, you know. So I exposed Afrika Bambaataa on Facebook. I came out on Facebook. I put my video up on Facebook. And behind the scenes, people that was building, you know, jobs and stuff like that in the Zulu Nation that was actually doing good, they was affected by, or they feared that they was going to be affected by me exposing Afrika Bambaataa. So they begged for me to have a meeting with him and deal with him behind the scenes, which we did. And I took my video down. 6 months later, Ron Savage came out, and it was all over from there.
Well, let me ask you this, Brother Campbell. Now, we already know that other people knew that this was going on, right? Other people knew what he was doing, right? They knew what he was doing. And you mean to tell me all those people that were around him, all those people that he knew, all those people that he had contact with and knew what he was doing, none of those people tried to stop this? None of those people looked out for those children? None of those people looked out for those young men? Nobody? Nobody tried to step up and look out for these kids? You and others who went through what you went through? Nobody?
You know what? And this is what I have to say. I just made a video, and I've been trying, like, I have to put myself on blast for being nice to some of these Zulus and some of these people from Bronx River. But to be honest with you, the Bronx need to be put on blast. The Bronx River needs to be put on blast. The whole Zulu Nation needs to be put on blast, because it's like I said in my video, one of my videos, my latest videos I just made. It should have been exposed before I exposed it. You have so many strong dudes, so many parents, the whole community. This is like, you got to understand something. This wasn't a shock to the community. It wasn't a shock. It wasn't a surprise. It was a surprise only because I am somebody that's considered to be a street legend from the Bronx, as far as me having a reputation in the streets. So me saying it happened to me, this is where the, wow, nah, it's not him. That's the only shock to it. But as far as Bambaataa being coming out to be a predator or whatever the case may be, that wasn't a shock to the Bronx. It wasn't a shock to New York. If you go to the state penitentiary, you got plenty of people in there talking about Bambaataa and what he did. If you walk through the Bronx or walk through New York, period, everybody has a story talking about something that Bambaataa did for the last 45, 50 years, because he started at a young age, molesting. So yeah, the community needs to be put on blast the same way the Catholic Church needs to be put on blast, the same way the Baptist Church needs to be put on blast. There's so many in the hip hop industry with Lil Wayne and Baby kissing Lil Wayne in his mouth, talking about that's his son. What father tongue kisses his son? You kissed him like he was in a wedding, and you was around this boy since he was 13. Chris Stokes with B2K, R. Kelly with Aaliyah. This is what the game is made of. And even still, the people, the community is still willing to back this poison.
Man, do you think that is part of the problem? I mean, is that a big part of the problem? The fact that so many of us know that this stuff is going on, and we just mum, we pretend like it's not happening. I mean, what is it? I mean, you went through this. What did you see from the adults that knew? I mean, one thing the people who didn't know, but what did you see from when you were a child in the youth? What did you see from the adults? I mean, what?
What I seen from the adults was enough to make a grown man cry. I've seen adults who knew what he was doing actually say, you're going to destroy Bronx River's legacy. This is the home of hip-hop. You're going to destroy our reputation. Like, stuff that was meaningless.
Not you're going to destroy these kids' lives. Not that.
No, none of that. All I seen was a community filled with people who had no honor.
I mean, I hear this kind of stuff, man, and I get mad. I mean, because it's one thing to if these things were just isolated incidents, it would be one thing. But this is such an epidemic, man, amongst us. I mean, it has gotten to the point where people have normalized it. I'm not trying to say all of us as a people have normalized it, but we have people amongst us who have normalized this. Would you agree?
You know what? It's scary because when you sit back and you analyze it, it's almost as if a young girl is molested, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, it's cool. It's cool in the game. But if a young man is molested, some people may take offense to it because of homosexuality. But once homosexuality is finished being solidified in America the way that it is, it won't be a problem with the little boys being molested either.
Yeah.
See, a lot of times people act like it's okay for a young lady to be molested. It's not a big deal. Even with the dude, I don't know if you know who he is, Tommy Sotomayor. Listen to him. He makes videos.
I know who
talking
he is.
about. Yeah, he makes videos talking about how he couldn't work in a high school because he would fuck all the students. What rational-minded man would actually make an audio or a video saying that you would, admitting that you would do that, and still have over 100,000 followers that would still subscribe to you?
Yeah. I mean, some of the things that come out of his mouth is just crazy anyway. I mean, you know, crazy is what crazy does. Well, him and others, but not. It would be good if he was the only person. It wouldn't be that bad. There was only one. It was only one. You know, he's one of many. You know, one of many. And my thing is, I get so mad because I was telling my audience earlier, and everybody who follows us knows that we talk about this kind of stuff here because we usually talk about stuff that other people don't talk about. And we talk about this stuff here. And I was telling everyone, that brother, Hassan Campbell was coming on tonight, to talk with us, spend some time with us. And because we've had people on this show, we've interviewed people who have been through, similar situations. But every single one of them was a female. We've never interviewed or spoke to a man who has went through this. Everyone we talked to was a female, And, we talk about this stuff. We put this stuff on blast. We put this stuff on our videos. We talk about this stuff on our platform. I mean, we ain't no shame in our game. We're going to talk about this because, like I said earlier, it's happening to too many people, and it has happened to too many people, and we need to put it on blast, and we need to put the damn perpetrators on blast as well. We need to eject them from society. That's my true belief. I mean, if people can get mad at me for saying that, those people need to be ejected from black society. They need to be somewhere else, away from children, away from us, away from just away. Where away, you can choose, but they just need to be away, man, and that's it. And I don't think they should ever be forgiven. I really don't. They shouldn't be forgiven. They should wear that unforgiveness for the rest of their lives because that's what they deserve. Just my point of view. But what I wanted to ask you, Brother Campbell, because I watch some of your stuff, man. I watch a lot of it, as a matter of fact. I watch a lot of your stuff. And you have become a voice for others. And what I wanted to ask you is, what do you hope to achieve with, your, I know you're out there trying to help people, but at the same time, I want to know, what do you hope to achieve by bringing awareness to this? What do you hope to achieve?
My number one goal that I hope to achieve is to stop all pedophiles in their tracks. And I know damn near impossible to do that, but to save a life. And I've had people say that even MC Shan reached out to me like, yo, and his words to me almost had me in tears. Like, I looked up to MC Shan, but I looked up to KRS-One even more. And MC Shan came out and he admitted that somebody tried to molest him. They didn't go as far as it went with me, but he exposed the individual, and it was because of my story. I've had Malcolm X's daughter reach out to me through Facebook, through Messenger or whatever the case may be, and Malcolm X is my hero. So that right there was like the most touching moment for me. So for me, my number one goal is to save a life, because people don't understand. When you are raped and molested and when you experience the unthinkable, which is child molestation, it is almost worse to molest a child than it is to kill them. Because then they have to live with what you did to them. You violated them forever. And some people don't understand that. So my ultimate goal is to save a life. Or if I can't save a life, to help heal the people that was violated. And I have so many people that told me, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes I just wanted to run away from this situation. Like, I just wanted to go so far away and get away from it. And Ron Savage, that's what I was doing when Ron Savage came out. When Ron Savage came out, they pulled me back out. And when I came back out, it was just like, now I will never stop, because I realized this is what it's meant to be, the healing process. Some people I'm not going to be able to save, but YouTube is going to be my blueprint to help save lives, to make the victim of these dirty bastards understand that hell, these people are diabolical. Tell on them, expose them. Never let a pedophile go. Never let a pedophile go without being exposed, because he will touch and touch and touch into his deathbed. So that is my goal, to expose a pedophile. I wish I could come out with a day where victims just all pour out into the streets and expose pedophiles. And then us as a community go on a witch hunt and massacre them. No trials. No jury. Massacre them. Then later on we can have trials and juries. We'll send a message that our children is going to be safe one way or another.
Got to stop giving them a pass, man. I agree. I mean, we have to stop giving them a pass, because they don't stop. I mean, they just don't. I mean, like I said, we talk about this. Let me ask you this: was this, from what you know, was this a major problem? Because we all know, hip hop contributed a lot, to us as a people. All of us that are listening, I'm pretty sure, remember back in the days, 10, 15, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when hip hop was going, especially if you like in your 40s like me, you remember those days of hip hop and the beginnings and, Afrika Bambaataa. You remember all that stuff. So I want to ask you, Brother Campbell, was this rampant throughout the hip hop, like, kind of circles? I mean, were other people doing this? Were other people victims of this? I mean, was it part of it? Was that part of it?
Understand something. The beginning of hip hop was troubling individuals, people of poverty that was going through the worst, coming together and making the best of our fucked up communities. So the music was an outlet, but in the process of it, you had people that were creeps, like Afrika Bambaataa. And to be honest with you, I sympathize with Afrika Bambaataa, because I really feel like he was destroyed as a young child and was never able to heal, so he went on to hurt. Me, I was destroyed the same way, and I could have continuously went on a path of destruction, because I went on my own path of destruction that caused me to wreak havoc in the streets and do some of, some of the things that I've done, I won't speak on because I'm not trying to promote it. Many of the people that have done similar things to me and who has ran with me has taken many lives out of hurt and pain. And it's nothing that we brag and we boast about. It's just what we have been created to be. When you sit up there and you look at the Alcos, the Rich Porters, the AZs, you look at the Pistol Ps, the BOs, and you analyze these names, what forged these brothers to be so much savages in the streets? What can cause a man to go out? What is it that causes a man to go out and kill damn near 20, 30, 40 people? Different crews, different sets of black people. And then by the time the government catches up with them, some of these brothers went to jail at the age of 21, 22, 23 for the rest of their life. And they started off at 15 and 16 just massacring people. What is the mindset? What does that?
It's amazing how so much time can go by and, you know, people, well, I guess because people, we can say that people don't know about it, but there were people who knew about it, so they were part of it. I mean, if you know something wrong is going on, even if you're not part of the wrongdoing, if you're helping to cover the wrongdoing, you're part of it. You're part of it. Even if you're not doing the wrongdoing, if you helping that wrongdoing being covered, I mean, you are part of it, man. And I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people doing a lot of covering up and pretending like none of this is going on, pretending like this is not destroying children, pretending that this isn't going to ruin children for the rest of their lives, pretending that, you know, they're not creating the next generation of people with anger and pain and, you know, just pretending none of that stuff is happening. I mean, and it happens so often. I'll say again that it's almost like it's just regular. It's like, you know, people, cause everybody knows, a member of our team, Nora P. I mean, I'm sure she won't have a problem with me telling this story because she's told it herself. You know, she went through the same thing and adults, they just pretended like it wasn't happening. They pretended like it was her fault and all this kind of nonsense. I mean, and it's a repetitive cycle, man, and we keep hearing it over and over and over again. You know, I mean, when is this shit going to stop? When are we going to put a spike in this shit? I was just saying earlier that if you're talking 60, 70, 80%, Brother Campbell, of our children being molested, would we react the same if 60, 70, 80% of our kids had the flu or the pneumonia or the strep throat or poison ivy or anything? If we had 50, 40, we would say, damn, this is an epidemic. We got 40% of our kids are coming up with the flu when they're 5, when they're 6, when they're 7, when they're 8, when they're 9. We would think that was an epidemic, but somehow we don't think that this shit happening to kids is an epidemic. I don't get it. Why do you think it's like that? Why do you went through this? I mean, why do you think it's like that?
Well, I mean, for me, it's kind of simple. For one, let's sit back and let's analyze, right? How many 25-year-olds sat outside of a high school and slept with a high school girl? How many high school girls got pregnant at the age of 15 or 16 by somebody that was like 28 years old or 30 years old? How many people been in a situation where the favorite uncle that slept with pretty much about 15 of their own nieces, and the family knows, but they hide that secret because in order to expose that, it says that the mother, the parent, pretty much wasn't on her job. And in order for the world to say, or these women to say, I haven't protected my children, They rather hide it. So it makes it easy to cover up because nobody wants to take responsibility. And then you have a type situation where sometimes you have to deal with the fact that you have sick parents that sit up there and say to their child that was molested, well, this is all your fault. Rape and molestation has been going on since the days of slavery. So it's in our DNA to be submissive to this sickness. You can breed cowardness into your DNA. And in our community, we're breeding cowards.
At some point, though, because like I said, we've talked about this, and I've said the exact same thing. A lot of times nothing is said because we realize that if we acknowledge that this is happening, we also have to acknowledge that we've made some bad decisions as far as a mate who we had our children around, who we dated, the people we gave access to our children. We'd have to acknowledge that too. And that's, like you said, I don't think that's what people are not willing to do that. I think people don't want to be associated with the shame of it all. But that shouldn't mean more than this child getting destroyed. And I say that often. Your shame or lack thereof shouldn't be more valuable than this child's life, this child's sensibility, this child's development. It shouldn't be more important than that. And I think a lot of times, being the selfish ass people that we are, we're more concerned with what we're going to look like, what people are going to say about us, as opposed to what's going on with the kid. I think that's got to be part of it. That's got to be the reason. We're more concerned with that than what's going on with this child. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe I'm just a crazy one, but it doesn't make any sense to me. And we're gonna take a few minutes, man, to do some shout outs and whatnot with the call number. We are here on the Prophet of Thought series right here on T.P.O.T Media on Radio Yo, and we are live with Brother Hassan Campbell. If you want to call in, the phone number is 1-888-539-0161. That's 1-888-539-0161. Or you can listen in at http radio fm/broadcast 214. You can call in with your questions, comments. I don't know how long Brother Campbell is going to be with us, but I'm sure he'll answer your questions as long as you ask them intelligent. Ask stupid questions. Y'all know how we do here. You ask a stupid question and your ass is booted. That's how we do it here. I don't censor my guests. Ask the questions. They better be some intelligent questions. I'm cutting your ass off. So just keep that in mind. And I also want to shout out, I got to shout out my sponsor. Tonight's show is being sponsored by Greer's Lawn Care and Landscaping here in old Charlotte, North Carolina. They do everything from mulching, seeding, grading, pine straw. It's landscaping at its best. You can call them up. They will give you a free estimate, no problem. And their work is really, really good. I know because I work on their equipment and I see the pictures of their stuff. And they're sponsoring the show tonight. If you want to call them up, it's 704-606-7194. That's 704-605. I'm sorry, y'all. Boy, they're going to be mad at me. It's 704-605-7194. I know the boss, like I said, they sponsored the show tonight. So, you call them and say that X sent you. and I think he'll knock like 5 or 10% off of the thing, off of whatever you get done. You know, depending on what the job is. I think it's maybe 5 or 10%. You mention my name and just give them code X, so you can hit them up on Facebook. Hit them up on Facebook and say that X sent you, and I'm pretty sure the brother will give you a discount. Like I said, I know the owner, I know the boss. He's a good dude, and he's willing to work with you, and he does beautiful work. You know, very, very beautiful work, and he's one of those brothers that's always on time, and he's a master at what he does, and he deals with people very professionally. So just call, like I said, at 704-605-7194, 704-605-7194. That's Greer's Lawn Care and Landscaping. They are here to work for you. But, Brother Campbell, now,
Yes.
So when this was happening to you, did you notice other people that it was happening to? You know, at the time it was happening to you, like, did you see other young men? Did you suspect other young men? Did you what?
What? Man, come on. What kind of question is that? Afrika Bambaataa, what he had was going on was a pool party at times for little boys. There's been times where he had 3 or 4 boys in the room at the same time.
Wow. So
age boys.
So he wasn't even putting any shade on it. He was just doing it. It was just blatant. I mean, he wasn't sneaking. He wasn't dragging people to back alleys. It was like just blatant, just flat out in your face with it.
You gotta understand something, and I'm gonna make a video on this next. It's just having this conversation with you, it just gave me a thought, and I'm gonna share it. Believe me, I'm gonna share it with you. The anger. For one, Afrika Bambaataa, he created a movement, and he came up in an era where hip hop brought together every single gang in the East Coast, in New York City rather, but in the East Coast still. Zulu Nation is worldwide. So in order for it to be worldwide like that, people had to take a taking to it. And people was mesmerized by the movement so much that they would kill and die for the movement. And it gave him a sense of security to be able to do what he did. He would have pool parties of molestation with little boys in his fucking apartment. Excuse my French. I just got angry with it. His mentor, which is Dr. York, is a pedophile. One of the most notorious, the one who groomed Afrika Bambaataa in the music industry, helped him record his music, and showed him how to form the Zulu Nation, Dr. York. Dr. York is one of the most notorious pedophiles in America. He's in jail for hundreds. Matter of fact, the district attorney said that. They couldn't even charge him with all of the kids that he molested because nobody would even believe that he could molest that many children. And so Afrika Bambaataa's mentor is one of the greatest pedophiles in the hip-hop movement. He helped a lot of people's careers, and his son, Dr. York's son, was the one who pretty much brought his father down.
Wow.
So it comes to show you how in our community, what we do is we have the Jesus, the Messiah complex for everybody. If you could dance, you're a hero. If you could play basketball, I mean, come on. They're worshiping people that's throwing a ball in a hoop, but don't even know what their characteristic is outside of the court. This is why it's so easy for our children to be molested. Because we're so busy being entertained.
Yep. 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 I don't know what's important, man. And it's so crazy because I'm going to share a story with y'all I mean, because one of my uncles did this to one of my sisters very, very long time ago. I was a very, very small child. And I mean, when they did this, my mother, she hid it. I mean, she didn't say anything. Old man found out. Next day, there was hell to pay. Make a long story short, I thought my father was going to kill my uncle. Because that's how bad he beat him. Thought he was going to die. So, I mean, I've seen it. I haven't experienced it, but I've seen it. And
visualizing it. Oh, beat his ass.
Yeah, man. And, I think that has a lot to do with it. I mean, they know who they can do this to, man. They a lot of times someone slips up, but for the most part, they know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing. They know who to do it to. They know how to take advantage of a situation. I mean, they just do, man. And they get away with it. A lot of times they got co-conspirators that are right along with it. And you got the people who cover the shit up, and you got the parents who ignore all the signs. It's a perfect damn, I think we just lost him. We just lose him. Brother Campbell? No. We just lost him, y'all. What the hell? Okay, he's back. Let me see. Brother Campbell?
Yeah, I'm here. I said you dropped. I called immediately.
All right.
Keep on flowing.
No, I was saying that we got parents, man, that ignore the signs. So it's a perfect recipe, man. It's a perfect recipe for this to happen. Perfect recipe. All the elements for this to take place.
I fell in love with the part where you were talking about how dad was whooping his ass. You know what? I wish so much that fathers would get in tune. If my dad was there, then it's sad, because you know what? If my dad was there, I still couldn't even tell my mother or my father, because they wasn't strong enough to deal with the Zulu Nation. My father would have got killed. He wouldn't have been able to handle that. And that's the reality of it. My father couldn't handle the Zulu. The Zulu Nation was an army. And you got to understand something. See, me, my pain, it forged me into fire, and it made me into an animal. So I became one of the strongest members of the Zulu Nation. But at the same time, even still, I knew 25 years ago, I couldn't say Bambaataa did this to me, because for one, we didn't have social media for it to spread like wildfire. For two, Bam had enough money to pay killers to erase my whole family. So when you know who you're dealing with, all right, I'm going to tell them then, but this dude got every killer from all over from different countries. Where you going to go? So when people be sitting up there saying, why you waiting so long to tell? Like, motherfucker, y'all niggas ain't never been in the street and ran y'all blocks. No, y'all just went to school, y'all went to work, and you saying, why you waited? Step up to the drug dealer on the corner that's making $60,000 and tell him he can't sell drugs no more. See what he do to you. Afrika Bambaataa was stronger than that. He had a bunch of dudes like that up under him that could have erased you like it was nothing.
So now that you're an adult, I mean, when did your relationship end with him? Because I know that as you was growing up, because I read some of the stories where he kind of took guys in, as he was like a mentor at the same time and all this kind of stuff. So when did you finally get away from him? Just get away from him. When did that happen?
See, the whole thing about him is I distanced myself from him, but I was still around him because, like I said, y'all don't understand, me going through my Stockholm Syndrome, Afrika Bambaataa was still like a father figure to me. He raised me. So I was still around him, but I wasn't around him on the regular. I had years of not seeing him and not hearing from him, but I never like really fully not been apart from him. So and this is why when he got stabbed, I'm like, you know, I didn't think of my predator. I thought on the aspect of my father figure. He got stabbed. Let me see what's going on. And that's what I did. Like, I was somebody stabbed him, but at the same time, I had an answer for it too. I just needed to know. So when I went to the hospital, it was like, I think, you know, Afrika Bambaataa does great work in the community. He is a good person if you can take away the pedophile. But if you include the pedophile in him at what he do and how he does it, then you see the monster in him. So it's like, okay, if you don't know him from being a pedophile, you be like, he's a hero. Outside of you knowing that he's a pedophile, he's a hero. And me being somebody that was raised by him, I guess I felt like, you know, this is somebody that raised me, even through me going through my jail cases and stuff like that. He's been there for me. He's like, I always say, like Chris Rock said, Afrika Bambaataa is the one who pays your way to college and molests you at the same time. This is what he did. This is how he does it. You know, and this is what went down. So at the end of the day, with Bambaataa, I never separated myself from him until he got stabbed, and then I heard he was molested. I mean, he molested the kid in Brazil. And then, you know, prior to that, I heard stories of him doing things to other people in other areas. And I used to go to certain Zulu brothers that was in control, and I said to them, yo, we need to deal with this. They didn't want to deal with it. They ignored it. So after a while, it just struck a nerve in me, and I had to let go. I had to make a decision. Am I going to sit up there? And I could not keep the secret, so I had to let it go.
So I assume that, you know, y'all aren't in any kind of contact now, right? I'm not.
At this point in time, no, we're not. You know, because after I exposed him the first time, we was in contact with each other. He came down. He basically said that he was going to meet my demands. I had demands. I didn't really have demands, but he asked me what I wanted, and I told him what I wanted. What I wanted was simple. One of my friends was murdered. That was one of the greatest warriors of the Zulu nation ever. I wanted him to have a tombstone on his grave. I asked him to build some type of foundation for the victims of child molestation. And the third thing that I asked for him was to basically, you know, I didn't even ask that he volunteered. He said he would retire from the Zulu nation, and that was it. And after Ron Staggers came forward, it was over. So it was over after that.
So what has become of the Zulu Nation as you know it now? Like, I mean, is he still at the head of it? Has he been asked to resign? Has he? I mean, what? Well,
the Zulu Nation is playing games, and I'm like pretty much for the next. I'm about to go so hard on the Zulu Nation that it's not going to be funny because the council basically made him. At first, what the Zulu Nation did, they put me out there as COINTELPRO, as an agent provocateur. And then they turned around and said, no, he's not an agent, he's our brother, and made Bam step down. They thought it was going to go away. So they played games in New York City. Zulu is worldwide. Is it China? It's all over the place. Zulu is bigger than what y'all think. So when you sit back and you analyze the strength of the Zulu Nation, New York was the headquarters, but New York has no respect no more. I'm going to shake this foundation into a fall of pieces. I had a brother send me a donation from China, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know Zulu Nation was in China. I knew it was in Brazil. I knew it was in Europe. I knew it was in certain places, but China, no, I did not know that. And they're strong out there. And that brother said to me, he was like, I'm going to make sure that they will not come out here no more again. I'm going to spread this message. So I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on fighting until this is spread.
Well, you would think that That's fine that they asked him to step down, but what about everybody else, man? What about the people who knew and didn't do anything and covered it up, and they should be gone too? All of those.
Honestly speaking, I think that the world Zulu should isolate. Every other country should isolate America. America is a shithole as a country. The African Americans don't stand for shit no more. I don't even have no respect for my own people because we willing to let our pastors rape our children. We willing to let celebrities rape our children. Then when you deal any aspect of what you deal with Hollywood. Look at Hollywood. Deal with all of the celebrities that's been molested, and oh my God, I got a book to write on that. All of the celebrities that was molested in Hollywood, like, come on, man. Come on, man. I used to love Charlie Sheen until I figured out that he raped my boy from the Lost Boys.
I mean, it's an epidemic, man, in this country, man. It's beyond sickness, man. It's just, it has become so deeply entrenched, man, and just woven into our damn society. Like, it's just interwoven in there, man. Like, I don't know. It's so deep into the fabric, man, of life in this country that at some point you ask yourself, like, am I crazy or do I just see this as abnormal? You know, am I the crazy one? Because it's so rampant, man, and so regular, and everybody has knowledge of this. And I say this often, man, that a lot of times, man, when we talking about this stuff, if it hasn't happened to somebody that we listen, that's listening, it's happening to somebody that they know. It's happening to somebody that they are related to. It's happening to their kid. You know, if it hasn't happened to them, it's not, people don't have to reach out that far to find someone that it's happened to, man. And that's beyond belief. I mean, totally beyond belief. And I say again, I mean, we need to treat it like it's a damn epidemic, you know, because if the amount of kids that this happens to, man, if it was a broken toe, if it was a sty, if it was an ear infection, and 40, 50, 60, 70% of our kids it was going through it, we'd be calling it a damn epidemic. But for some reason, we cannot call this an epidemic. I mean, we are just so afraid of coming to terms with the bad decisions we make. Because let us be clear, and I want y'all to understand this. I don't mean to ramble on, but I want y'all to understand this. People out there listening, it is not these children's fault that this stuff is happening to them. Okay? It's because goddamn adults ain't on their job. Parents ain't on their damn job. You got creeps out there who get access to children, and everybody damn looks away like it's not happening, pretending that it's not going on, and we need to stop doing this shit. Okay? And I don't care if y'all get mad at me and stop listening to my show. I don't care. All right? I'm saying it and I mean it. We need to stop doing this shit. We need to stop acting like it's not happening. We need to stop pretending that this ain't going on. And we need to say something. We need to see the signs, and we need to question shit, investigate, stop these peoples in their tracks, and goddamn hang them, quarter them, and goddamn castrate them all at the damn same time. That's what we need to start doing. Instead of wasting our time on bullshit and watching damn reality TV and stupid shit on Facebook. You know, I mean, I apologize, Brother Campbell. I get wound up. I just get, brother.
No, it ain't no, hold up. Let me tell you something right now. Never apologize for your passion. That's what's wrong with us as a people. And you know what? I'm about to let go of my passion like I ain't never let it go before in my life because I'm holding back. And when we hold back, children get hurt. So we got to ignite that fire because everybody ain't going to catch fire. You ever try to strike a match and it just wouldn't light? So you have to ignite that fire. We so weak, we so docile. Like, come on, we got dudes walking around with dresses on, talking about having oral sex with another man ain't gay. Like, look at the mindset. They calling you stupid in 1,000 different ways. We have to ignite that fire and say, we not playing as a people. Hip-hop at this moment in time is the number one weapon against the black community. It's hip-hop and TV, and I'm not playing with nobody. It's time to take the gloves off. It's time to get angry. It's time to act like somebody punched your mama in the face. Oh, no, better yet, it's time to act like somebody molested your child. Ooh. Why is that so acceptable?
Yep. Yep. Yep, man, we have to put a stop to this stuff, man. I mean, because I know when you see and hear this stuff, man, all the time, and the first thing that comes to my mind is the adults. Like, what were the adults doing, or should I say, what were the adults not doing to let this shit take place? I mean, and especially you talking about parents, but not just parents. What about the adults that were around and knew it was happening and, you know, never said anything? I mean, what about these people? Like, what is the mind state of a group of people who can just sit there and know that this is going on with this child and, like, do nothing? I mean, because I'm a father myself. I mean, my kids are all adults now, okay? All my kids are adults. And let me tell you something. I have 2 sons and I have 2 daughters. And for the life of me, man, if I would have just got an inkling, if I would have got a sense, if I'd have laid down and dreamed, okay, that this was happening to them, I would be living, and I would probably be in a penitentiary by now. Somebody's calling me. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Teach, what's up? So you calling in? You want me to patch you through here, through this phone? Oh, okay. Well, we on the line right now with Brother Campbell. You actually caught me in the middle of one of my damn ramblings.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me on the phone lines? And
she's the one that's not clear. I can hear you, but she's not clear.
Oh,
I can hear you. Yeah, she's not clear.
I messed it up.
Okay, say something. Say something. Say something.
Hello?
Can y'all hear her now?
Yeah, she sounds like she's in the background, but yeah, I hear her.
We're finagling right now, y'all.
Oh, wow.
How about now, y'all?
I'll text the number to this phone, and then I'll call in like that. If it's too difficult to do it the way you're trying to do it now. I
don't know. Can y'all hear Teach now?
I can hear better.
Yeah, they can hear you a little bit. While you got some questions, by the way, y'all, this is Teacher Tanisha, T.P.O.T, New York, my right hand right here, y'all. And like I was saying, we got Brother Campbell on the line, and, you know, we doing a little Q&A, and, you know, if you got some questions for him, shoot.
Right. Oh my God, the calling to Q&A. I'm sure you're probably going to ask all the questions I wanted to ask. I just wanted to know, again, man, how, I don't even know if this is even the right thing to say or question to pose, but how sad, how disappointing is it to know that somebody that you looked up to and was a mentor like that could, you know, just take advantage of the youth. You know what I mean? We have a lot of leaders out here, whether they be community leaders or, you know, in a rap game or, you know, just elders, and they're supposed to, you know, look after the youth, you know, strengthen us up, build us up, you know, teach us so that we can, you know, of course, you know, learn properly, do right by ourselves and right by others in the next generation. And it's just, you know, sometimes we put these high hopes into people and into, you know, elders and older ones that we look up to it, and then they just do certain things that beyond, you know, hurt us or disappoint us or just, I mean, how disappointing is it just to know that somebody, you know, that you believed in as a leader, you know, as an elder, could just do something so damn downright disgusting and nasty and, you know, unthinkable to you and to other youth. I mean, yeah, I guess that would be my question. I'm sorry it's so mumble sounding and kind of meshed, but I guess I was coming from more of a point of emotion with the questions and anything.
Could you hear that, Brother Campbell?
She was breaking up a lot, so I couldn't get really clear what she was saying. Well, can you repeat what she said so I can answer it?
Yeah.
She was saying, she was asking, you know, how do you feel about someone who was a mentor and a father figure to you, someone that you looked up to and respected? How did it make you feel to, you know, finally come to the realization that, you know, he was doing this wrong, and he was a
fraud and a sellout. Brother X, can you text me the number to the thing? I think that'll be better if I call in.
Okay, we'll do it.
I'm not even able to hear his responses.
Okay, well I'm gonna see the number just come through the feed, then it'll be better.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so I pretty much answer her question. I mean, it's like this. For me, it's a painful situation all the way because you're dealing with somebody that had Stockholm Syndrome. It's not, for me, when I look at Bambaataa, I see somebody that shared my pain. Now, later on down the line, he might have got caught up in the cultism and hip-hop and stuff like that, which was easy for him to get caught up in because he was damaged through somebody doing something and violated him as a child. So it was easy, and even still at this point, I sympathize for him, but at the same time, I have to draw a line for the victims. Because at what point in time do you decide that you are going to turn away from doing what you're doing? Bam has been damaged the same way Michael Jackson has been damaged. Michael Jackson is not a regular pedophile. He is somebody that was shaped and groomed into being who he was. Mm-hmm. Now, are we going to make the people that turned him into what he is answer for what they did to him? No, we're not.
There's gotta be a solution to this. There's gotta be an answer. There's gotta be. Are you back in? I see your number.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Can y'all hear Teach now? Can y'all hear her?
Peace and blessings, everyone.
Peace, Queen.
Peace, King.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, Queen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Good thing.
All right, Teach, if you want to ask Brother Campbell some questions now that we finally got you tapped in round here on this open.
Yeah, I know you had to relate the last one, and that was me asking how disappointed was it for, just knowing that a mentor could be, and an elder could just be so, underhanded and low. What now? I mean, I know, but just for the people who are out there listening, I know that you're an advocate now, for children and young men who have been in similar situations. I want to know how you go about besides this type of outlet, going public, or how do you help other young men, other young brothers who have been in your situation to come up out of that, especially with putting the people who have committed such a vile act towards them in the spotlight of getting handled and getting
you're listening at the same time as the background. You got to turn that off.
You got the radio on too?
You listening? Yeah, she listening to us at the same
time.
No,
I'm not listening. That's not me.
Somebody echoing, y'all. Turn your radio off.
No, that's not me.
If you're on the line, turn your radio off, damn it.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Or your radio.
I'm on mute. It's not me.
All right, let's get the feedback out of here, goddammit. So if you're listening on the phone, turn your computer off. If you're listening on your computer, you got to get off the phone line because you're giving us feedback.
Yeah.
All right, now, go ahead, teach.
I don't even, what part was heard? Oh, it's still feedback. Pardon, Brother Hassan, what part of my question did you hear?
Yeah, the audio is sounding crazy. It's still sounding crazy. So, whoever's
it was just fine.
You're not in the background. It sounded crazy.
Yeah, well, y'all gotta, goddammit, figure out what y'all doing.
What you gotta do?
Because I'm gonna start muting people.
Listen, what you gotta do as the host, turn everybody off but just me and you. Because we're gonna mess up the audio.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Turn everybody off.
Sorry, y'all. Y'all ain't.
Y'all
ain't got enough sense to stop that there. Y'all ain't got enough sense to turn off your damn radios and shit. God damn it, you can't listen to both of them at the same time. Jesus. Y'all know that. Y'all know this. You can't listen to both of them at the same time. You can't do it. How's it sound now, y'all? How's it sound now?
Okay, that's way better. Oh no, I'm getting echo again. Oh my God.
Hung up and call back in. I'm back on mute again.
Yeah, probably. I'm guessing so. Were you getting this before I called in?
Steve, so. How's it now?
Yours didn't echo when you just talked, but when I'm talking, I'm echoing.
Sound like oh no, I got an echo now. Just hung up and called back in.
Wow.
On mute.
What's going on?
I'm muting myself again. I'm listening.
Bullshit happening once again. I done lost Brother Campbell, goddammit.
Are you serious? Why am I echoing? Because when you talking, Brother X, I don't hear an echo. And when the Queen's speaking, I don't hear her either. But when I'm talking, I hear echo. Now I don't hear it. Oh, now I hear it. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You still hearing the echo?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Let me hang up and call back in and see. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing it. I'm trying to be on the radio, but the thing is echoing. I don't know why.
I'm not getting no echo on this end.
Yeah, it's perfect on your end.
No echoing. I'm telling you, boy, we will shoot our ghetto this down the line.
Do you know Brother Campbell trying to call back in?
No, I don't see him on my board. I see everybody else, but I don't see him. Teacher's off too. Probably can't call back in because old Radio Yo put up a wall. If you
yeah, that's right.
It will put a wall up, boy. Mess around. It will put a damn wall up.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
At least my echo's gone. Oh, spoke too soon.
I don't know what's going to because it's not echoing here. Everybody's clear. Everything's crisp. You know, everything's working. My board ain't moving slow. You know, this is a good night for me. We done transferred the ghetto to everybody else tonight. Yeah, my speaker levels are fine. It's doing what it's supposed to do up here. Things working. The levels look good. What's going on? They have
Wow.
They're calling from New York. I don't know, because both of them are calling from New York. Can't call it, y'all. Not on my end, so I don't know what to do. If it was on my end, I'd know what to do. Not on my end.
Right.
You still hear me, Charles Willie?
I still hear you.
Okay. You still getting the echo?
Yes.
Jeez. I don't know what.
Maybe I should not have hung up and called in.
I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know what's going on.
Now, when she called you, did she call you on a cell phone and maybe you still have it connected?
No.
You didn't hang up on another line or something?
I hung up on her. Well, lost Brother Campbell, y'all. But he did get a lot of good points out. Told a compelling tale, which I knew he would do. Crazy, man. You know, as much as this shit that happens, man, we should be ashamed of ourselves, man, as a people. We have allowed this shit to go on for so long and in such great numbers. You know, we should be ashamed of ourselves, man. We always talk about all this other shit. You know, we talk about all this other shit. We talk about white supremacy. We talk about video games and music and all this other kind of bullshit. And we never really talking about this kind of stuff. Never really talking about how we can put a stop to some of this shit. We never talk about getting our kids' mind right so they can let us know when this shit is going on. We could never talk about changing the mind of people who live in denial about this shit. We never talk about opening people's mind so they can see the signs and know what's going on and put a stop to this shit. We never talk about this stuff, man. And that's why I wanted him up on here. I wanted him to come on here, tell his story. You know, I didn't want him to hold back, hoping that y'all would have called in, asked some questions. That just bothers me. This shit bothers me, you know? And it should bother everybody. It should bother everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Bother all of us, man, because when it starts to bother all of us, that's when the shit gonna stop. Reason why it's so rampant and so prolific, because we act like it doesn't bother us. It doesn't bother us, obviously. Continue to let it go on. This shit don't bother us. Because if it really bothered us, we would stop it. If it really bothered us, we would stop it. We'd put a stop to this shit, man. We'd have been put a stop to it a long time ago. Just would have. So, obviously, a big portion, giant chunk of black society feels that this shit is okay. Feel that it's okay. It's a big portion of black society, a big ass chunk that is in denial of this shit. Not only in denial, shit, I think in some cases facilitated, to be honest. And I know people get mad at me because I said that, but I don't care. I mean, I think some of us actually facilitated. I mean, y'all listen to Brother Campbell's story. There were people who were a part of this. They were a part of it. They helped facilitate the shit. They did the covering up. Okay? They did the covering up with this. They assisted the person doing it. I mean, come on, man. You know? So, if it's to that point, you already know. You already know that we have just become so damn used to this that we don't even see it as abnormal anymore. We don't see it as abnormal. We just don't. It's all right. It's okay. Sad, man. Disheartening, and it's one of those things that go on in black society that I like to call our dirty black secrets. Okay? One of our black dirty secrets that we, after all these years and all the kids that have screwed up, we still ain't trying to tell it, man. Still ain't trying to tell it. People are going to be mad at me. They're already mad at Brother Campbell, for talking about this stuff. And this is his life. Hey, this shit happened to him. It's his life. He should have a right to talk about it. He should have a right to talk about how fucked up it was. Okay? What happened to him. He has that right. This is his life. The motherfuckers who destroyed his life, they don't have a right to tell him he can't discuss his life. They don't have that right. So they just don't. You're the same people who destroyed it. I talked about this because I was telling Brother Campbell that I had made a video about this a while back called Giving Pedophiles a Pass. And I say in that video that these people, they do this to these children, ruin them mentally, psychologically. They ruin them, all right? They ruin them emotionally, just ruin them. And then 20 years later down the road, these same people are at the weddings. They're at the family reunions. They're at Thanksgiving dinner. They're at, the Christmas celebration and birthday parties. And everybody just walks around like they just pretended. The damn pretending and denial gets greater as time goes by. And this person is still walking around amongst people, still freaking got access to children that are the same age as the children he molested. We know this dude did all this shit. Fine. You freaking people were too lazy and too damn just ignorant and too selfish to stop it then. Why is he invited to the Christmas dinner? Why is he invited to the wedding? Why is he at the damn family reunion? Like, you would think that over time you would come to your damn senses and say, at the very least, being that you didn't do shit 10 years ago, you didn't do shit 20 years ago, now this dude shouldn't be walking around in here amongst the rest of us like nothing ever happened. And what about the people that he did it to? What about them? Are they there too? Are they there just walking around and they gotta walk around with this person there at the party that molested them 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? So what, now they gotta walk around and pretend that this person didn't do the shit to them too? I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And that's what we're doing when we let this shit go. And we do this shit, a lot of times we let this shit go on a multiple basis because they do it to more than one person. They do it to 2 people, 3 people, 20 people, 30 people, 50 people. I mean, what if we had stopped him in his tracks with the first one? Those other 49 wouldn't have happened. It's possible that those other 49 wouldn't have happened. Just like if our black asses would have paid attention when he was doing it to the first one, we could have stopped that one too. Could have stopped them all. I'm sure we could have. Not to try to over, dramatize it right now, but I mean, we could have stopped it. If we couldn't have stopped all of it, we could have stopped most of it. I do believe that. We could have stopped some of it if we'd have just paid attention and not been so wrapped up in other shit that wasn't as important, so wrapped up in ourselves instead of paying attention to what was going on with the kids. We were too busy wrapped up in our own selves, I mean, that's what pisses me off more than anything else. Like, I mean, come on. Come the hell on. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, we act like this happening in our society is like somehow it's just a necessary evil. It's like it's just this necessary evil that we have to deal with. We have to live with it. Oh, it's just something that happens. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? With that type of attitude, with this type of shit. I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, I just get so pissed off, man. It's like, because we as a people, right? We have a lot, and yeah, if y'all want to call in, the phone number is 1-888-539-0161. That's 1-888-539-0161. If you wish to opine, if you want to call in, ask a question, or you got a comment, or whatever the case may be. Because right now, X is just rambling, so I'm going to do that until I get tired. Because it's my show. You don't like it, turn it off. At some point, we have to look at this and say something's wrong. Because something is wrong. If it's happening so much, man, something is wrong. I can't say this enough. And I know there's going to be people out there who are going to throw all these damn excuses about why it happens and all this kind of nonsense. Don't you think? Let me tell y'all something. I own a power mechanic shop, right? And I work on all kinds of equipment, because it's the only example I can give y'all. My own life. I have all kinds of equipment that I have at my shop. I have equipment in there that's worth $100 all the way up to equipment that's worth $20,000 and $30,000. I work on equipment, and I have equipment at my shop that's probably worth more than a lot of people's cars out there that they drive. They leave that stuff here for me to, they leave it there for me to work on and fix on. So their stuff is in my custody. Their $30,000, their $40,000, their $50,000 worth of machinery is in my custody, right? So if something happens to that machinery, it's my fault, right? Now, if I have at my shop, if I don't have any type of security, if I don't have a dog, if I don't have a surveillance system, if I don't have all that kind of stuff there, guess what that means? I have just made it easier for people to come in and steal something that's in my custody. And it doesn't even belong to me. It's in my custody. So if something happens to it, I have to eat that. I have to say, damn, I didn't take care of these people's thing good enough. All right? I didn't guard it good enough. I didn't watch it good enough. I didn't take care of it good enough. All right? And if I let that happen to somebody's shit, I'm willing to say that. So if we have children and we have sat back and allowed this shit to happen to them, which is not like somebody stealing a damn $2,000 piece of equipment. We're talking about a young one's life, something that's going to alter them for the rest of their days. At the very least, if we don't at least want to freaking take damn accountability for it happening, at the very least we need to say, damn, we didn't watch for our child the way we were supposed to. We didn't take care of them the way we were supposed to. We didn't pay attention. We chose the wrong guy. We shouldn't have left the kid with Uncle Jimmy. At least say that. So at the very least, that would indicate that we understand that this shit is wrong. For us to sit back and don't say anything, to pretend like it didn't happen, and still invite people who have did this shit to kids, to still invite them to the wedding is just beyond me. To still invite them to the family reunion is just beyond me. Because like I said earlier, I'm a true believer that these people need to be ejected from black society. They need to be ejected from black society. They just do. And sometimes I believe these people need to be ejected from the black family. They need to be ejected from family too. Because obviously these people ain't worthy of being family because of the shit they did. Blood may be thicker than water, but blood is not thicker than the unforgivable, the unthinkable, okay, the unspeakable. Because if we think it's so bad that we can't speak about it, at the very least, I shouldn't see this deviant when I go to the family reunion. I shouldn't see him there. Because see, what he did was so crazy that we don't even want to speak about it. But it's okay for him to be at the Thanksgiving gathering that we having. It's okay for him to be at the family barbecue. It's okay for him to be at the wedding reception. How is that? I mean, that is like totally backwards, makes no damn sense. It just doesn't. But maybe that's part of it. Maybe if we invite him to Christmas dinner, that'll just help us continue to pretend that he didn't do what he did to all them little kids. I mean, come on, man. It's just stupid. It pisses me off, man. It just does. It pisses me off. I know I went off the rails tonight, y'all. I don't know what's going on with Brother Campbell. Maybe he got tired of shit echoing and said these dudes are just ghetto. I'm out. But, yeah, he might have said that. I can't blame him, you know. I just want y'all to understand this. Okay. We probably gonna knock off in a little while, being that we done lost our damn most honored guest that we've had in a long time. I've been watching a lot of his stuff, man. I done watched all of his videos. It was a compelling story, man. He's very candid with it, you know, he's straight up and down with it. So he don't just talk about, you know, what happened to him. You know, he talks about, you know, he's out in the BX. Anybody who know anything about BX, Bronx kind of originated hip hop, you know, in New York City. I mean, that's where it birthed from. You know, some of the most major heavy hitters, that's where they came from. You know, they came from the Bronx. You know, it all started at. And that's where he is. You know, he's out there in the Bronx. In him, you know, the hip hop birthplace, you know. It grew from an embryo, you know. Yeah, so I know he was saying that, you know, he used to be part of the Zulu Nation. You know, the Zulu Nation, they were all connected to Afrika Bambaataa and people out there. I don't know if my listeners out there in Spain and all those places, I don't know if y'all know, but my listeners that are here, like in America, especially up north, if you're like anywhere north of the Mason-Dixon line, you know who Afrika Bambaataa is. Maybe not so much people in the South, I'm not sure. But, you know, anybody that's up north, they know who Afrika Bambaataa is. And they know back in the day, Afrika Bambaataa was a very, very big name. And he's like you heard Brother Campbell say it too. I mean, he's like the godfather, pretty much, of hip-hop in New York City. You know what I'm saying? In New York, he was it. He was the one who originated and brought it out and did all that kind of stuff. So he's that kind of famous, y'all. All right? So y'all can get the gravity of y'all can get the gravity of who we're talking about. He's that guy. All right? So, but all the while he was making hip hop famous and you know, making all these records, and we was all dancing, because I used to dance to his stuff at the parties and all that. I mean, I suggest y'all, because I tell y'all this all the time, don't just listen to me. I suggest y'all go ahead and research Afrika Bambaataa and see the history of Afrika Bambaataa. Y'all will probably get a better understanding of who he is. Okay? He's celebrity like that. All right? He's got that kind of name recognition, especially up north when you talk about New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania. I mean, up in those places, forget about it. You know who Afrika Bambaataa is. He's got that kind of name recognition. You don't even have to know what his music is. You know who he is. So y'all will understand the gravity the celebrity of this person all this time while he was doing all of that. Guess what? He was also molesting young men. Okay? Also, because a lot of young men have come out. I mean, brother Campbell has been one of the more prolific and the most outspoken, but there's quite a few. There's quite a few people who have leveled these allegations, y'all, and people talk like, you know, this was going on 20 years. Y'all heard Brother Campbell. Y'all heard what he said. He said it was no secret. People knew, okay? People covered it up. Adults, they knew what was going on. They looked the other way. They did all that, okay? They did all of that. So this is no small thing, and it wasn't no isolated incident, right? It was no isolated incident because it happened to a lot of young men. Okay, you heard Brother Campbell say, and I don't just gotta listen to me, that there was times when there was like 3 boys in the room at once. Okay, so this wasn't no small thing. Regardless of anything else, man. Regardless of anything else, this teaches us one thing. It teaches us that we have to realize that everything isn't as it appears, y'all. Okay? Everything isn't as it appears. It's just not. I mean, at some point, man, we have to understand that with all the accolades and all the celebrity and the money and all this kind of stuff that we have going on, if a person is doing these type of things while this is going on, regardless of what we think of them, and you heard Brother Campbell, he said that this man was a hero to people. Heard it? He was like a father to people. He was a mentor to people. He took care of people. He did all this stuff, right? He did all this stuff. I don't think all that stuff balances out the other shit he was doing to children. I don't think it balances it out. I mean, I don't think it does. I don't care that he did X, Y, and Z for this one and that one. I don't care if he was a mentor or a father figure to these people. I don't care if he did any of that. It's all canceled out with the rest of the shit he was doing. You know? We can't say that, you know, yeah, you know, he was molesting boys, but you know, he did give somebody money for college. He was molesting boys, but yeah, he did he did take care of somebody's moms while they was in jail. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, it's just insanity, man. I mean, Brother Campbell, man, he went through a lot, man, and he talked about how that shit made him angry. You know, he was in the streets, he was fighting, he went to jail, you know, all because of the shit that happened to him, man. Okay? So, all right, Nora P doing something, y'all, so you won't be hearing from her.
Okay.
Well, y'all are stuck with my black ass because the ladies are preoccupied. But yeah, she went through a lot of stuff, and you know, I kind of wanted her to be up on here when Brother Campbell was on. You know, I want to say thank you to Brother Campbell for showing up, man, and talking about this. And like I said, y'all, if y'all missed any part of the show, you can go to our Radio Yo page, and you'll be able to listen to it tonight, but only tonight only, y'all, because I'm going to pull it off, but I'm going to put it back up on the YouTube channel probably tomorrow or the next day, so y'all can hear the whole Hassan Campbell interview. It's a good interview, y'all. If y'all just now tuning in, y'all missed a good damn show. Y'all did. Y'all missed a good show. All right. Oh, I missed a good show. So I'm trying to bring y'all some things, man, that open your mind, man, because that's what we do here. We open minds here. You know, we don't talk about a lot of BS. You know, we talk about things because we want to try to help people, man. We want people to take some of these tools, man, and like I always say, we just want y'all to think. We don't want y'all to think like us. Don't think that we expect y'all to have the same thoughts as us. We don't want that. We want you to think, period. Okay? Think about your life. Think about your children's life. The reason why I do these shows is because I feel like if I can keep one girl getting molested, if I can keep one girl from getting pregnant at 12, 13, if I could keep one girl in school, if I can keep one brother in school, if I can keep one brother from getting shot, one brother from getting killed, okay? Keep one brother from being on drugs, selling drugs. If I could save one damn life, all of this stuff that we do is worth it. It's a success. One person. That's it. It's a success. Every person after that makes it more of a success. Okay? Call me foolish. Call me crazy. Say it's a waste of time. I don't care. If I could save one damn person, all this stuff I do is worth it. Because trust me, y'all, it's not easy to do this stuff. It's not easy. I mean, those of you, I have quite a few followers. I don't have this big following, but I got quite a few followers. All right. And those of you who have followed me and watched me over the course of time, y'all have watched this platform grow. Y'all know what we do here. Y'all know how we do things here. And the reason why we bring these subjects to you, okay, they're not to alarm you. They're not to rattle you. They're not even to admonish you. And trust me, a lot of us we deserve some admonishing. But that's not why we do this. We do this for one reason. We do this to get you to open your damn mind and understand some of the things around you. Okay? People talk consciousness. I'm a true believer that we all are conscious. We all are. Question is, what the hell are we conscious of? But you hear a lot of people talk about a lot of things. And a lot of the shit that these people talk about, irrelevant as hell. Doesn't mean anything. It's not going to help anybody. All right? It's not going to help anybody. You hear people talk about who built pyramids and all this kind of nonsense. Okay? All that stuff is good to know. It's good to know. But who built the pyramids ain't going to stop your daughter from getting raped by some creep. Who built the pyramids is not going to stop your son from being molested by some creep. So, question is, what are we conscious of? Because it seems like a whole lot of us are conscious of these children getting molested, but not conscious enough to stop the shit. Okay? We want to talk about consciousness. All right? You're conscious of all this shit, conscious of this shit happening to these children, but our black asses ain't conscious enough to put a stop to it. So, get mad at me all you want. All right? And I'm talking to the people because I know, because I have a mostly black following. And I know a lot of y'all out there, this shit has happened to you. It's happened to you. It has. And also, there's a few of y'all out there that are the freaking perpetrators, unfortunately. A few of y'all out there have done this shit. Shit, it might even be a few of y'all out there that's doing it right now. Y'all, do me a favor. Stop watching my shit. Yeah, stop watching my shit. Because I don't even want y'all on my shit. If I have to have y'all as fans, I don't need fans. Y'all can stop watching my shit. Yeah, y'all can just stop watching. It's so rampant that I know it's people out there that it has happened to. It's so rampant that I know it's people out there that have done it. If that makes sense. Make that make sense. while we sit around and talk about empire and reality TV and who commented on our Facebook post and who likes our pictures. We worry about dumb shit like that. Real life shit is going on. So if this Facebook shit and all this other crap, all this stuff is nice. All this stuff is an attention getter and all that kind of stuff. But it's media. All right? I don't even know why we call it social media, because it's not like it's socializing. I talked about that earlier too. You know, we have gotten so wrapped up in the freaking irrelevant that the shit that really matters, we ignore it, we deny it, we pretend it don't exist. You got more people talking about being in Facebook jail than talking about stuff like this. Listen to that. Oh, I'm in Facebook jail. What? What do you mean, Facebook jail? What are you talking about? Facebook jail? Where we are, people. This is where we are. Stuff like that is so important. Let me tell you something. I have a main page, a community page, Prophet of Thought Series community page. I also have the T.P.O.T bandwagon page. And we also have a group page, right? If Facebook took all them shits down tomorrow, I wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, it would stall me a little bit and all that. Yeah. But you wouldn't have me come on my damn radio show. I would talk shit about how they took my shit down, but I wouldn't say I'm in Facebook jail. It wouldn't stop me from communicating. It damn sure wouldn't stop me from running my shop. You know, it wouldn't stop me from eating, sleeping. It wouldn't stop me. It just wouldn't. So I say that to say this. We have gotten to the point where shit like media is more important than shit that's really going on in our real lives. We have exchanged media and digital devices and computers and all this kind of crap. We have exchanged that for real life. I guess because it's easier. I guess because it's easier to deal with. But, you know, life is kind of hard at times, you know. So I guess, you know, if we live in this fantasy world of fantasy digital world, you know, it just makes our lives easier. You know, we can be whoever we want to be, whatever we want to be. We can just be that, right? In the real world, we have to deal with real things. And I think a lot of us aren't capable. We don't have the ability nor the desire or interest to deal with real life. So it's better to deal with this fantasy Facebook / YouTube / Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter world while real world shit is going on. Because think about it. Back in the day, this shit was going on. It's not like it just started. I mean, this has been a trend in society, especially black society. It's been a trend of this kind of stuff for the past 30 to 40 years. So you're talking 30, 40 years ago, there was no Facebook. There was no internet. There was no Snapchat or YouTube or Instagram. It was none of that. Wasn't none of that. Even back then, we were too distracted to put a stop to this crap. So you know, now that we got all this BS in front of us, of course it's gotten worse. But there's more shit to distract us now. There's more shit to distract us. There's more shit to take our attention away from what's important. There's more shit that we become focused on and addicted to. Okay, our damn television sets, our damn iPhones, okay, our hair, our clothes, our car, our damn computer, our email, and all the other BS in between. So, I don't know. I mean, gotten to the point where I'll say again, and this is the third time that I'm saying this. This is an epidemic, man. Okay, you're talking 60%. You're talking 60% Let me give y'all some numbers. They say 60% of black female children are molested by the time they're 16. They say in some cases, in some demographics of black society, it could be more like 70, 80%. They say 25% young black boys are molested by the time they're 16. Some demographics could be as many as 50%. So you're talking a big swath of black children that this is happening to. And we treat it like it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. It's just the big old black secret. And if it were anything else, if that was happening, anything else that was happening in those numbers, whether it be colds, the flu, pneumonia, a broken toenail, a lisp, anything, 60% of our children this is happening to, we wouldn't see that as an epidemic. Not see this as an epidemic. And that says a lot about us, y'all. Unfortunately. Get mad at me. All we do here at T.P.O.T. is tell y'all the facts. You get mad at us and say we sellouts, coons, sambos. You can say we agents of white supremacy. You can say whatever the hell you want. It doesn't change those stats. Okay? Doesn't change those stats. What's going to change those stats is when our black ass change. All right? When we change our damn minds. Right? So we can change our behavior. All right? But see, we can't change the people who do this kind of stuff. Those people we can't change. What we need to do is put a big old neon light on them. All right? We need to dump some bright lime green neon paint over their bodies so we can always see them coming. We need to put them on blast. But the children we can save. We can save them. We can save them from these people. We can save them from being victimized. Especially if we just use a little common sense and a little awareness. I've said this before. Men, we have to learn to, because it's bad enough that it's not enough men around to protect these children. It's bad enough that it's not enough men around to protect these children. Bad enough. So, men, we have to protect our children more, our sons, our daughters, we have to protect them more. And women, being that y'all are raising the bulk of the kids, y'all need to be more vigilant, pay closer attention, and be a little more careful about who you bring around your children. I mean, I'm always saying this kind of stuff, man. I'm always saying this kind of stuff. I'm always saying this kind of stuff. At some damn point, man, y'all have to, because like Brother Campbell was saying earlier, he said that, and y'all have heard me say this too, he says that one of the main reasons that people don't say nothing is because, make a long story short, people don't want to acknowledge the fact that they put their children in danger. Y'all have heard the stories, man. Y'all have heard the stories of these girls, man, getting raped by dudes. Y'all heard the story, man, of 11, 12-year-old damn girls turning up pregnant by mama's boyfriend. Y'all have heard it. Y'all have heard these stories. You know, I'm not making them up. All you got to do is type in, Google them, if you think I'm making them up. And we sit back, man, and instead of go ahead and taking the hit for the bad decisions that we have made, we want to hide it because we don't want to be associated with the shame. I've seen instances that a child is getting molested by somebody, and not only does the mother deny it, not only does she pretend it's not happening, I've seen mothers blame the kid. Blame the kid. This creep is raping them, but you blame the child. Make that make sense. That makes no damn sense. And I'll tell you why. Y'all that follow me have heard this from me before too. The reason why these people have a tendency to deny what this child is saying, and something so beyond belief as to blaming the child, the reason why they do this is because if they believe the child, they would also have to acknowledge the fact that they brought the threat into the house. Because if they didn't give this person access to this child, this person is not raping this child. This person is not molesting this child. They brought the threat in. Now, people will say, because, you know, we love making excuses with our black asses. We love making excuses. People will say, well, you know, how's a person supposed to know, you know, that they're going to come in there and do this and do that? No, I'm not expecting you to read minds. But what I am expecting you to do is to open your mind and don't be so quick to bring someone around your children. I always thought that that's a bad idea. I mean, you have to kind of vet the person out a little bit, okay? You can't just assume someone's going to come into your child's life and not do anything. You have to vet them better. And, you know, I say this a lot, not to come down on you women, but unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, you can get mad at me, write me, I don't care. Unfortunately, you ladies have most of the children. Y'all are raising most of them. Most of them. And statistics say children that are most likely to endure this are children that don't have a man in it. They are children who don't have access to their father. They are children who are in a home with a single mother and there's no men around and these are the people who are the most vulnerable. Okay? The most vulnerable. Because you know, these goddamn deviant pariah Negroes, they pick their targets carefully. Okay? They're not going to be messing with a child who his father sees him every weekend. They damn sure ain't going to be messing with a child who lives with his father. Okay? Because see, unlike a lot of those women, men, if our child come to us, male or female, and say somebody's touching them, somebody's molesting them, somebody will probably die the day after that. Yeah, the day after that, someone will be dead. Okay? That's kind of how that is with men. But with women, it has a tendency to be different, especially if the person being accused happened to be mama boyfriend, happened to be Uncle Jimmy, or happened to be who, you know, I think they would be more apt to believe it if it was some stranger. If it was a stranger and they came and told their mother that they was doing something to them, they might be maybe more apt to believe it. But they're in denial if it's Uncle Jimmy. They're in denial if it's their damn boyfriend. They're in denial if it's somebody that's around the children. And that's the thing. What people don't understand is that this stuff doesn't happen. The numbers, I don't want to go on too long because I'm going to go off the air in a little bit, but the numbers that happens, the numbers in which this happens to children, the greatest numbers are numbers of people that the child knows. Most of the children that this happened to, it's somebody that's within the child's circle, within that child's circle of influence. It's not like, you know, there's a bunch of strangers dropping out the sky and doing this to these kids. It's people they know. It's mom's boyfriend. It's stepdad. It's Uncle Jimmy. It's grandpa. It's, you know, it's cousin Bob. You know, it's people that are within the access radius of the child. People who have access to the child. Those are the people who do it to them the most. So guess what that means, y'all? Those are the people who need to be put under the most scrutiny. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? If you don't, you crazy. If you don't, you crazy. You need to stop watching my shit. For real. I mean that shit. I know I say that shit a lot. But, I mean, we gotta wake the hell up. That is the point. That is the point of all of this. We have to wake the hell up. Stop this shit. Have to stop this shit, y'all. Well, I done rambled on long enough. And I'll say once again, thank y'all, for listening to the Prophet of Thought series right here on Radio Yo. Before we go, I'm gonna give y'all a little synopsis of what we got going on next week. Because earlier, we're gonna be doing shows more frequently. Wifey put this Facebook Live stuff up here. This ain't even really my shit, y'all. Y'all already know I'm not even really. We're going to do a show next week. I got a very special guest next week. My guest is going to be quite the controversial person. The reason why I haven't told y'all about it yet is because I'm still working on it. So I gotta see what their schedule is like. I should know something, I think, by Friday or so, gotta work it out. But, I know a lot of y'all out there listening to me. Y'all probably are guessing who it is. This person is probably going to make you mad. Going to make a lot of people mad. But what else it's going to do, it's going to open your mind because of the questions that I'm going to be asking this person. So, yeah, I got a good show coming for y'all next week. Surprise guest. When I tell y'all who it is, y'all going to be like, oh. But y'all going to listen though. Guaranteed y'all going to listen. Okay, that's what we got going on next week. Stay tuned to the channels. Y'all already know the main Facebook channel, Prophet of Thought series. Facebook, that's a community page. Get on up there, subscribe, like it, share the video, share the links that's on there. Y'all can also catch us at T.P.O.T bandwagon. We put a lot of stuff up there too. We share and we put links on there and the whole nine. Y'all can also catch us on the Facebook group page. That's the Prophet of Thought series group page. Request to be a member, and I say this all the time. I don't control it, y'all. The ladies, my wife and, I don't have no control of it. They administer it. So you got to request through that. And then I guess they'll let you in and you'll have access to, all the stuff that we do, links to our YouTube page, links to our website. You can go to our website. Our website is www.wikifoundry.com. www.don'tevenTryIt.wikifoundry.com. Y'all can go there and y'all can kind of, get a synopsis of what we do. You can join the site. It's pretty interactive. You can send a request through there, and it's sort of like Facebook and other stuff. You can actually leave threads there. You can leave pictures there. You can leave, videos there. Once you become a member of the site, you can actually vlog from there and do all kinds of stuff. So make sure you hit that up, check it out, subscribe there, like it through Facebook. And of course, come to the old YouTube channel because that's where we at most of the time. That's where we put our material. I was telling y'all earlier, we just did another series called the X2 series. So I'll be putting up some old streams, and I know everybody was writing me. Everybody was writing me today. I was telling y'all earlier, they was like, yo, man, where was the stream? What happened? When did you do this stream? Those streams are old, y'all. Those streams are old. Don't think that you missed nothing. Don't think that you're not getting alerts. Don't start writing YouTube and say you ain't been getting the alerts because those streams are old. So when you see one up there, trust me, it's old. It's from like 6 months ago. We have some, like I told y'all earlier, we do have some that we did recently, but they were because y'all know I actually get invited. Believe it or not, people actually invite me on their stuff. So I got a few of those streams where I was a guest on other people's platforms. So we're going to be putting those up in that same series. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the X2 series as well. So tune to that. Watch for that. We got some things coming out with Teats, like I told y'all earlier. We have that going on. What else? Y'all know it's always going to be some Dark Exodus series. Y'all need to check all those out. And y'all need to go back. My new members, I know I got a lot of new subscribers just came in. Y'all need to go back in my archives of some of my YouTube channels. And y'all need to go into the archives of don'tevenTryIt.com as well. If you go in there, you can there's actually a link in there where you can link on to Nubia Hood Radio, and I still have the hyperlink. You go in there and you can see some of my old archive shows back when, I was in the booth with Nubia Hood Radio. You can listen to some of those shows. There's some good shows up in there. There's some shows with Bishop Dunlap. A couple of the shows, my old co-host Jazz, she's on a couple of them. There's some good stuff. We talked about some good stuff. So y'all need to go there, check those out. What else? And that's about it. Hit me up, prophetofthought@yahoo.com. If you want to write me, you want to talk to me, you want to do whatever, hit me up there, or you can hit me up at professorxavier@gmail.com. And don't forget, when you go to the YouTube channel, hit the donate button and send a brother a few dollars. I actually been getting a few donations. I'm actually surprised. I guess it's my new subscribers, goddamn it, because my old subscribers, y'all cheap. But but I have been getting a few dollars. You can go and you look at the top of my page up there, and if you look right under Teacher Tanisha's picture, you'll see the donate buttons. You'll see donate to TPOTS Media or prophetic donations. Feel free to drop something in our PayPal. It's gladly appreciated. And everybody who knows TPOT, whatever money you send us, we use it to buy equipment, software, programs. We don't take your shit and spend it on beer and liquor and, paying our car insurance with it. We don't do that shit. But everything y'all send us, we use it to enhance what we do here. Trust that. How we operate. Because, see, I work for mine. So, yeah. So that's where we are. I appreciate y'all tuning in for another version of Prophet of Thought series here on Radio Yo. Next week, like I said, we'll be doing the same time, same station, same, only thing different topic. And hopefully my ladies will be here, because I know a lot of y'all, the only reason why y'all listen is here, because I know I got these girls that be up on here. I know, it's all right, but it's whatever gets you here. Whatever gets you here, whatever you thinking, it's all good. My ladies was preoccupied tonight. I'm pretty sure they will be here next time. We were actually supposed to do a show tomorrow, but I don't think that we're supposed to have a brother come on tomorrow. I don't think we're going to do that, y'all. We probably won't come back on the air till next Wednesday. But of course, when we come back, we're going to come back with a good show. All right? We're going to come back with a really, really good show. And hopefully, Teacher Tanisha and Nora P will both be here. So y'all can, be happy. But until next week, y'all, I will leave y'all with 3 words, like I always do. Open your minds. We out, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
The Prophet of Thought series.
only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.